but that make it crazy, possibly. Mm-hmm. Way out there, way out there. Did you choose us? Oh, hi. It's about 2.5 of you in here. I didn't think they showed me to anybody. I've been shadow banned. Shadow banned. I didn't want to jump on that bandwagon, but honey, when it happens, you have to address it. What are we talking about? What's in the news? Thank you for the likes already. But what are we talking about? What's in the news? I have before me mussels and noodles, a little ramen, a little mussel ramen, if you will. I fucked around and put some cabbage in here, onions, garlic, ginger, cayenne pepper. I'm gonna eat this and talk about some things. And when this is gone, I'm out, because I'm not giving TikTok no more of my time since they want to dick around. Like I ain't been putting in hours over here. Who sang that song? Hours and hours and hours. Do I got the group settings on? Because I'm gonna let all y'all comment. No, it's not a sub. No, it's not a sub only chat. Allow comments. Welcome on in. Let me know what you're thinking. Let me know what's on your mind. I will say this: you better start following me on Facebook. No, not Facebook. You could, but start following me on YouTube. The link is in my chat. I don't know what I'm saying. I done drank too. What's it, 6? I've been drinking since 3. A little Chardonnay. Start following me on YouTube. The link is in my bio, so check that out. Other than, how do y'all hold y'all chopsticks? I don't even know what that Asian lady says. That bang, da bang, da bang, da bang, and I just grab it and I go. I know you need to do this. One moves and one, just like scissors. If you do hair, it's the same way. One shear moves, the other one don't move. So that's that with that. I don't even know where to start. I do actually. Kylie Jenner and Travis Scott apparently on the outs. Let me tell you this. And this is the thing about this, by the Lord, maybe a man, I guess, I'm not sure. I don't know how you be in the throes of a relationship with somebody and get to having kids. There's so many options. And get to having kids. What is the wool being pulled over your eyes when you feel like you're going to be in this thing forever, that you're just going to sit and have these kids with this person and just let your life, fly by? Good. And spicy. What is that? Somebody please tell me what that is. Just like Ashley Darby. Been with that man, fighting for that man, justifying that man, justifying his decisions and his actions and his things. And I didn't watch tonight's episode. But they're trying to get everybody to believe that they're breaking up. When don't nobody believe that they're going to break up. Why Ashley would break up with that man, and she been fighting to keep him in the house, in the home, in the situation, and you have 2 kids by him. Why would you want to leave a man you got 2 kids by and go out and start dating? Dating sucks. Can I get an amen in here? Double tap the screen if you agree. I did throw a little kung pao stir fry in my noodles as well. Those types of things don't make sense. Kylie Lee Travis, thank you. Friend, figuring it all out. Hey, honey. Hey, Holly. Listen. What you said, because he's old, that let me tell you what ain't old, that libido. And that's mainly why women be leaving men, because their libidos is low. That libido ain't low. And Ashley knew that. Hello, good evening from Atlanta. I missed you. I missed you guys. You know, we got to figure it all out together. But you miss that? You don't miss that? No. Yes, shout out Holly. Thank you, baby. Ashley knew what she was getting into long before, and if that was the case, she would just have one kid and been done. Lined his ass up from when she was ready to divorce his ass outside that car 2 seasons ago, when the restaurant was tanking, but she knew what he was doing. What my daddy said. We talk about everything. But I'm starting. What's that? Where's my moderators at? People in here getting retarded. And about it and noodles that my daddy said. Probably, yeah, you probably don't even got no damn daddy. Get the fuck out of here. I'm talking about, I'm starting with Kylie and Travis being have broken up. The word is that Kylie and Travis is on the outs again. She been with that man so long, he ain't changed nothing. He ain't changed his face. He ain't changed his camera angle. He ain't changed nothing. So why are you done with him now? You know what it is? She done with him now. Kim done went back black. I told you about Kim when she go back black. To the hair, that means. Not the dick. She always been on black dick. Except Peter. And Pete. Now Pete's mother, back to my other video. Pete's mother's still alive. But that, I need a moderator in here. But that father died in 9/11. And I knew that would be of significance when I found that out, because why else would she be with Pete Davidson? But I am working with it on the video that ties all that stuff together. So you stay tuned. You might have to follow me on Facebook. I'm not going to be shadow banned on TikTok. I got to make you a moderator. It's alright, you guys. We gotta love a little hate and keep it tasteful. Because I ain't been shadow banned for weeks, and then some hater jumps in here all of a sudden. He's a plant. Let's not give him too much attention. But that's that. No, I'm sure ATL didn't mean that to you, Chris. I'm sure she didn't. But that's the thing. So now we have Kim back black hair. What happened before that? Kim back black hair. Travis, Tristan's mother dying, and now Kylie. Everybody needs some type of recognition. Everybody needs some type of attention. Because the way those things fall in sequence over the course of 3 weeks, that's not a coincidence. Now we need we need Courtney to do something. But Courtney did do something. We're still fighting to build our family. We'll still explore all the options. You got enough kids, and he got enough kids. Please tell me why y'all need to feel like y'all need to But that's. Please tell me why y'all feel like y'all need to keep bearing children. What they gonna do? Ain't nothing we gonna reap the benefits from. That we talk about 20 years down the line. I'll be dead in 20 years. This is really good. I had put that kung pao stir fry on the noodles after I poured it off the water. And I seasoned up my mussel juice. and then I started getting this from Walmart with this pho, pho, PHO. K Toss Comido, come with me. K, who's going? Where are we going? I got this pho juice from Walmart and I use that. This is singing. I wish y'all could. Here's no, that's for you. I'm not gonna make a mess. But like I said, Kim back with black hair, people dying down. Hey, friend, my sugar foot. People dying down to the ground, dead to the bed, all across the damn weeks, all across the damn days. Courtney, Chloe's damn baby mother's father died. Oh, eating conmigo. Conmigo is come with me. Comido, comer is to eat, right? I mean, these are it's angel hair pasta, vermicelli, and mussels. So that's where we at. Blue Ivy's birthday was yesterday. It's today. What's today? It was yesterday, Saturday. We don't know what she did according to my video. I don't know if y'all saw that. Y'all know I'm shadow banned. But they stayed in Costa Rica for a while, for over a month. And I'm sure a little of that was to celebrate Blue's birthday. I would assume if they went to Costa Rica, granted they looking for a house there. Chrissy, you the best. They're looking for a house there. With the way Blue is all lined up and set up to be the greatest that she is, I'm sure she got to say, and she like an island place, or that's not the island. Welcome, Caramel Peach. Welcome. In the country of Costa Rica, is beautiful there, and I'm sure if that's what they're looking for, and if that's where they spent Blue's birthday shortly before they came back, that's a place that that's a place she suggested. Caramel Peach, what you think about Kylie and Travis? Maybe you don't care, and that's all right too. We ain't even looked at that Sun Good yet, and now they talk about they not together. How y'all not together? And like I said, when he ain't changed a thing since they got together, please tell me why y'all not together. Why y'all feel like y'all need to break up amidst Tristan's mother dying. Courtney talked about she wanted to build her family, and Chloe and Kim's hair being back black. Now, when it comes to Beyonce being pregnant, I said that in my video too. You probably didn't see it because I'm shadow banned. I said that too. Beyonce been thick. Beyonce been thick for days and weeks and months, okay? Now, in that same video, yeah, why you want to be mad now, Kylie? What you fed up with now? I also did another video where Beyonce got a lot going on. Jay-Z producing this. She going on tour in the summer. She looked very thick coming in a hoodie. And listen, you know when we put on our hoodies, it's a little bit more svelte. Us. But Beyonce, it's thick. It's something going on in there. And at the end of that video, I said, was there a baby on board? Maybe you saw that video, maybe you didn't. I'm shadow banned. What I also said in the video following that is that on the 21st of this month, Beyonce will be in Dubai performing her first hour-long performance since 2018. Now, one of my favorite performances of Beyonce is Glastonbury, End of Time. She was about 4 months pregnant with Blue Ivy at that time. She has done other performances pregnant like that, but 4 months, I think 4 months might be the longest. I could be lying to make the story juice, but 4 months of Blue Ivy with Glastonbury. From the looks of the picture, she's probably showing. If you have on palazzo pants, they're very revealing. They're revealing of your smooth figure, tight frame, BBL body, or they're very showing of the smooth felt BBL body and a bulging stomach. Check my page if you don't know what I'm talking about. I do think Beyonce, it looked like Beyonce was pregnant too. So I say that to say for her to perform at the opening of that resort in Dubai on the 21st at 4 or 5 months pregnant wouldn't be out the norm. That's it. A fine time. Because that's the thing too, like all the timing, the Kardashians got this going on. Beyonce pregnant, Rihanna performs at the Super Bowl. Whoever knows in what capacity that performance is going to be. Somebody said it's going to have a set of kiosks up there. Even if she do, that's groundbreaking. Ain't no way ever brought and sold products at the Super Bowl at an event she probably don't want to perform at. So let me go on. Well, that's mixing business. That's mixed metals and mixed business. But let me go in there and do other things and just get up there and dance. If I bring a Fenty fashion show up to the Super Bowl performance, people are going to go crazy for that. And everybody needs their shine. Now, you know they love the fours. And at this point in time, I don't put nothing past nobody. I'm not surprised by nothing. Cut to the boy that went tackled and died and came back to life on the football field from Buffalo over in Cincinnati. The picture they took with his family where it's 17 different threes showing, the clock on the time. It just so happened to have a clock at the top of this picture. What was the time on the clock? Of all the hours in the day. Let me tell you something. It's only one time a day I catch every day. And it's my birthday, 6/14. And that's just that. That man been in that hospital. They done waited all day. Took their time, dicked around to take that Philly picture when you know his mother been there. His father, okay, maybe his father just showed up. Or let's just say vice versa. People been there. They took that picture. The time was 12:34. I'm sorry, but I just don't see the randomness in that. $12.34? Not 4:16, 6:14, 7:32, 4:59. Let's say 9:56 in the morning. Because the nurse on duty said, okay, let me just run in here and get the picture because I got other jobs. I got other beds. They said, no, we'll wait till 12:34. Now, if it was 3:33 now, that would have been too much like obvious with all the threes in the picture. His mother got a jersey on. He got a jersey on. The father got a jersey on. The father got a jersey laying over the back of the chair showing the three. A mess. What else is going on? They said French Montana was down in Miami. And I don't even know if this is a coincidence. French Montana down in Miami got shooted. Got the little shootout. He's fine. Somebody got shot. I don't know. I don't know. At the same time, a little too coincidental, right? At the same time, Debbie Anthony talked about her conversation down at the barber shop. Talk about how who's that? Meek Mill, Young Jock. One of them ran down on him, took all his money and his thing. Debbie Anthony had to give his money. Deb Anthony gave what the fuck is his name? I just said it. Down in Miami and the guy shot. What's his name I just said? Deb Anthony gave him $5,000. Could get him through because he had got robbed. Thank you, baby. French Montana. French. French Montana. Same time. Probably the same damn day. Now, Deb gave French $5,000 to get. When everybody, and then too, everybody knows French is up in Diddy's ass. And Diddy got all this stuff going on, dropping. He got the new picture of the kid. He got that money, that weed business. That's where we're at. Hopefully that's why y'all come to the collective. Hopefully that's why y'all will go to the Mediatarian page, London Kelly Mediatarian on YouTube. Because I really don't have time for gaming and playing when the shit is playing out in front of our face. Let's make notice of it. Let's not overlook it. Literally and figuratively. Deb Anthony be out here. Last time I saw her, I just likened her to Tiana. When Tiana was on My Sweet 16, we didn't know why we knew Tiana. We didn't understand her significance at all to any degree. She was a tomboy, like the skateboard. Her mother had rented out that massive place to throw a skateboard ramp in there. And they get to talking about she was a manager for Outkast. Outkast, one of the biggest hip hop groups. Well, I won't say the only, but one of the biggest hip hop groups in history. Cut to Tiana 10 years later. Of all the kids we watched on fucking My Sweet 16, Diddy bopping, Diddy booping. This is good, y'all. With a poor lady from 3-6. She died recently. like our good cousin Caramel just said. Not that she was on the radar. A woman slain, because at the same time, there's probably a day difference between her dying and then that woman Supreme Court judge being elected in like Atlanta or Miami or something like that. You know, probably a day difference. And also, too, for me, it goes back to her being from the 3-6 Mafia. And this is what, 4 days, not even 4 days, maybe 3 days after old boy number 3 fell down on the 3rd. You know what I'm saying? 1-2, January 1st. The numbers of it, you know? So it wasn't so much of a coincidence. Something random. It's nothing random about nothing. It's nothing random about a damn thing. You know what would be random? Wendy Williams dropping us with a proper trailer and a clippet of her and Dr. Oz talking about some shit on a goddamn podcast. That would be random. And unexpected. And welcomed. Is we getting that? People still talking about, I hate this Facebook. Wendy coming back. You still talk about some shit from her house. First of all, let me tell you, it was talking about Wendy Williams. If the house don't look like her office, which is pink and gaudy and busy, then it's black and simple. That's her setting. You're not putting Wendy in no Victoria. That's just not it. Because that's, you know what that is? Unbelievable. Just like Wendy said too, you're not going to catch her. I don't have no tubs in my house. I'm not dying in no tubs. I don't take baths. It's dirty. That's what she would say on the after show. I don't wear colors on my nails. I'm simple. Things she would say. When I move into a place, I immediately paint the walls black. Things she would say. I love old things, and I'm an arts and crafts type of girl. So if I have it, I'm going to change it. That Betty Boop poster, that Betty Boop statue that she had when she was hosting the show from home was black. She painted it black. Brown. Chocolate. Natasha, you crazy. And Caramel, the whole thing is nuts. And they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. That woman tired. If she not tired, she fed up. And they just keep pushing and pushing and pushing. Something for people to latch on to for something. And it's not, there's nothing about any of that that's true. You want to know why? Because she should have been had it in June. 6 months from January when she said she would be up and running. Now we 6-7 months after that and we have nothing. Hey Meek. And we have nothing. Trying to make it make sense. Go Wendy back. Not until she got a 1 hour set like Beyonce since 2018. Wendy ain't too far from that. Her last live set, I guess she did perform at that thing, at that panel back in November or whatever. That wasn't an hour. Probably a smooth 15-20 minutes. Maybe a half hour. But until Wendy get up on that stage or something, behind the mic and buzz it down for an hour, we don't got nothing. There's nothing to talk about. I made my own ramen. I got mussels ginger, garlic, onion. I made the broth with the same broth. I put the ginger, I put the mussel broth in with the broth. Now I started to get from Walmart with my Walmart deliveries. Y'all know I love Walmart delivery. With the juice of that, coupled with the a stir fry. Wait a minute, did I say it right? I had this pho broth, chicken broth, that I mixed with this too, coupled with the stir fry sauce, which is more like a glaze, you know, with your onions and your peppers and your chicken and stuff like that. I put it in with the noodles, so the flavors is busting. Now, I love a mussel. If I had some shrimp, I would have threw that up in here. Now, Natasha, what you said? Fembot teas. It's funny you say Fembot because that's what somebody said. That's what Monty said about Travis Bart Scott. Fembot teas, a female. That's a male bot. That's the same thing. That's how they described him, and that's what I'm saying about he ain't changed nothing. It ain't like he out here. They ain't said he screwed on nobody. They ain't said he had another kid. They ain't said he had another gig. They ain't said he tripped on a rock. They ain't said he looked to camera. What's the problem, Kylie? Tell me, sis. And I don't need no problem with Kylie. Because not that I'm biased, but I like who I like. So I hate to get Kylie wrapped up in my conscious. Please excuse me. I've been drinking wine before I started eating this. So it's a lot of fluids. Getting Kylie wrapped up in my conscious theories because it's no reason. Same thing with Tia, Mari, girl Tia. You don't hear nothing about Corey, and now you just gotta divorce because he's just such a girl. A rumor. And that's the thing, you got to be in the right place because I don't look all the places. I follow all the things. And they're barely talking about Kylie and Travis because you probably get back with him. But like I said, that's the whole thing. Everybody's talking about something. Courtney want to have kids. Chloe in Toronto next to Tristan's side. Kim hair back black. And North is being Kanye. Everybody has to have something to say. Everybody has to play a part. And it's exhausting. I looked into Britney Spears' bin, so I'm trying to find some ins and outs in between the story I want to present. She spent her birthday in they released pictures of the footage of her on the 20th. Britney's birthday like December 4th, December 3rd, December 2nd maybe. So that's just, but then they released the pictures of her down in Mexico having a good time. Who she's with, I don't know. Somebody take the footage. Just like Taraji P. Henson said, she's going to Bali by herself, but she on a swing. And this is to the point of these corny ass Auntie Martinez interviews. Taraji said, I'm going to Bali. I just need to get to I'm going by myself. I need to figure out myself because I got these things going on. Taraji is overwhelmed with the success that she's had. And she ain't handling it the same way Monique did. It's not the same. They're not the same girl. Monique had an end with the comedy. Taraji was overwhelmed after Baby Boy, and people started to use her and abuse her in a way that she wasn't accustomed to. But she wanted to go to Bali by herself. Meanwhile, pictures in Bali. Maybe the foreigners is taking her pictures, honey. But if you going, hey, oh, it's Bree, welcome. If you going to Bali to get by your certificate, get you clear your mind, you don't need nobody taking no goddamn pictures of you. But that's just me. That is just me. And that's the thing. I'm all about a trip by yourself. But that's more so like personal picture. Like I'm gonna take the pictures myself. Now, and this is where I'm talking about. About Brittany, there wouldn't be nobody to put her in the insane asylum. And at this time, the only reason, okay, Chris, if I took a phone, the only reason she would be in the insane asylum is because somebody trying to stop her from doing something that the people are not ready for. I've been in a conservatorship for 13 years, 14 years, 15 years, 6, was it 18? I think it was 13 years. I've been in a conservatorship for a decade. They let me out. I immediately find this man. Our wedding is crashed by the police and helicopters. Madonna and Paris Hilton and Drew Barrymore are all there. Paris winning, Drew winning, Madonna all over our fucking screens. I can't imagine Britney Spears, the queen of pop, and this ain't for us. This is for a younger generation. They don't understand the significance of what the fuck Britney Spears did for, I'd have to get the numbers right, at least, I don't think it was about 10 years where she sat and dominated, because Oops, I Did It Again into Toxic, or let's say Oops, I Did It Again to Circus, maybe about 10 years. But the significance, to understand the magnitude of who she is she know that because I was like, oh, Britney wants to work, and Britney wants to work out, and she wants to dance, and she wants to do these things. That I don't need nobody fake around me. If I had Madonna, Paris Hilton, and Drew Barrymore at my wedding, where the fuck were they when I was being held against my will? By my father. And a business manager, all of you guys know. That's the story. Coming soon. It don't make sense to even have them there. Coupled with the fact that her man is fine as hell. Now, Britney is an icon legend, right? But she ain't the type to be sitting there married to a man that's fine like that. Okay? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. And now she missing. Or Mexico. Mexico missing. Missing in Mexico. Dancing at the club in Mexico in a dark picture. All of that shit is, let me tell you, you ain't never seen Kim Kardashian in a dark picture. And you might see Beyonce in a dark picture, but you know who ain't dark in Beyonce pictures? Jay-Z, Blue Ivy, fucking Surrey, and fucking Rumi. So you know Julius. You know exactly what it is. And the nannies. You know exactly what it is. Too much confusion shit around Britney. Too much confusion around somebody that been in the game too long to have enough people around her so that her fusion extensions ain't showing. So that her Botox and Restylane and Juvederm is up to date. So that she's dancing something new, fresh, and funky, so that people want to imitate it on TikTok. Instead of out here looking like a fool. which goes back into that Linda Brown story I be telling y'all. And even Jaguar Wright with them scarves. I can't trust nobody wearing no scarf around their neck. You look foolish. There's no need to free Beyonce. She's too far in. And man, I'm not saying they both don't need help. If Beyonce need help, everybody need help. Free Meg Thee Stallion. She the one that need the most help right now. You think you win a court case like that with no viable, credible evidence, and you're not in the pocket of somebody that made that decision right for you? Made that decision turn out in your favor? Watch the video that said the people think Tory Lanez went to prison, got charged on shooting Meg Thee Stallion. That's not why he went to prison. And I got to do the research on that because that was something I just don't have the capacity. I'm just annoyed. But assault, having the firearm, threatening with the firearm, and being somewhere. Those are the three charges that he went down on. That's why he's the. None of them say anything about him shooting Meg Thee Stallion. The news is presented to people, and people want to ride the wave because she's a woman. And y'all, if y'all been in the collective a long time, y'all know how I feel about the women's. And because I say that, then they play off of things like that when it should be a standard. But when they play off of things like that, it's like, oh, well, you should believe Meg Thee Stallion because she's just a simple, defenseless woman. Yeah, the fuck right. Let me tell you something about the women in the industry. Nothing defenseless and nothing simple about them. Look at fucking Alicia Keys. Look at Beyonce. Look at Meg Thee Stallion and Beyonce. They're from the same damn place. Oh, she's just a simple, defenseless girl. Rihanna even too. Like I said, Rihanna from the islands, honey, knew exactly who she was, knew exactly what she wanted to do. You're not gonna tell me that she started a fight. Chris Brown just wanna bop on her if the things ain't gone the same damn way. If she didn't throw the first punch. You're not gonna tell me Beyonce with that, like Mariah Carey said, it's all a story because we writing the books, we writing the things. You're not gonna tell me Beyonce, as famous as she is, beautiful as she is, get cheated on by somebody like Jay-Z and don't go get her lick back. And even if that happens, people still want to fault Jay-Z. Besides the fact that things go back and forth. Things go both ways. The Asians having them spoons on. I got to get me one of them spoons. It's a mess. It's a mess. It ain't even the Ides of January yet. And it's a mess. When they inducted that new black Supreme Court lady in the thing. If y'all been here, y'all know I've been talking about that all year. All year. All year. Same time, like I said. And when they give you something positive like that, what they do? Take one out the mix. She got inducted in. Old girl from the 3 6 Mafia got taken out. Am I lying? I just want to know if I'm lying. Or even something like Georgia and Jenny comes out with that whole, and that's the thing, I just wish I was more eloquent. I think I am eloquent, but the words I use were just, the words I want to use. The way that shows reversely the things that maybe a black mother would have done but they show it as a white woman doing it. So now it's acceptable and perceived better by some other demographic of people. Hey, bathing with a black man who's just so soft-spoken and innocent. He's just world travel. That's the fuck shit. And I'm not saying that don't happen out there somewhere, because there's some soft nigga out there that travels, and there's some tough white bitch out there that makes shit happen. That's a fact. But to put that up on Netflix like that and have Jenny, I can't. I cannot stand. And I don't care what she do right. Just like Robin right now. Mixed. Just like Robin right now. I don't care what Robin do. She ain't get her back on my good side. Because she done fucked up too much. Jenny, it's a mess. It's a mess. And it is some reflection and depiction. It is some reflection and distorted depiction of what maybe the black experience is. But that's the thing to it. It's not just a black experience. Just black mothers, black fathers don't put their names, children's names, and on the lights and the gas and credit cards. It ain't just black men, it ain't just white men that go out and travel the world and leave their kids behind. It's like, you know what I'm saying? I don't like nothing. It's good. I did watch it. It's good because you got to see it through. And I've been into television since I was fucking 4 years old. So I'm consumed. But I see what the hell is going on here. They're not pushing nothing over my eyes. And on Netflix, nothing is as simple as they want you to think it is if they put it on fucking Netflix. There's a message there. They want you to believe something. There's an agenda. There's an idea. They want you to see something. And if you watch it, you see exactly what they want you to get. What they're trying to get you to get. And then they throw in mixed people and the thing. Distort the story. Distort the truth. Distort the norm of what the natural experiences is, what our human experiences in a situation like this, where they say, well, let's mix the people up this type of way and then put it together. And that's the thing too. Jenny and Georgia and Jenny, whatever. Great cast. They all act very well. They're very fucking talented. So you get lost in the things. Like I said about Stay With Me Now. Like I said about Best Man Final Chapter. Beautiful settings, beautiful cast, beautifully lit, beautiful kids. You get lost in the things, but it's so much to talk about and what the plot and the storyline is in these programs that they push out to people. That's the truth. Oh, it's Bree? That's the goddamn truth. The older you get, the more you see it. Because the older you get, the more you realize, okay, your parents' situation and how you did, or the more you realize, oh, the school situation and the kids you went to with them, the more you get, the older you get, oh, the love I experienced and the thing. All of that is that's a human experience, because you see it from this person, and you experience from that person, you see it from that person, and then you're exposed from this person's experience, you're exposed from this person's experience. So as you go older and you talk to people, then you understand everybody had a different experience. And then when you see it on TV, it's like, well, this is the experience that they're catering to. This is the message they're trying to get me to understand. This is the image that they want me to perceive. And my problem with that is that people who don't think the same way, or primarily it's Caucasians, look at something like that, and that only furthers, because it starts a conversation that the groundwork is not laid for, because then they walk around feeling like they're informed from a program. Meanwhile, the black person watching that is like, well, that's not exactly how the experience would be. You know what I mean? Or that is some, like Jenny and Georgia, some grossly exaggerated experience. The burning. First of all, Jenny would have woke up. I would, which is triggering to me because my dad cut my hair one time because I was growing a afro, different thing. So I tried not to think like things like that. But Jenny, when Georgia told her, "You're the enemy, I can't trust you." What black, like. And then my thing is the children that watch that, regardless of the cultures, the children that watch that, and then feel like the panic attack. The goddamn panic attacks. All of this to say that the media is warped, and this is what they present. This is what they give to us, and the fact that Jenny and Georgia drops right now when they could have dropped months ago, amongst this bullshit, is what I'm saying. Okay, we're putting it all together. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you catch the T's or catch the connections, you do, and if you don't, you don't. Goodbye. But this is where we at. Because my thing, well, I'm watching Jenny and Georgia, the children that watch that and think that. Oh, because or even in Best Man and Best Man final chapters. Oh, I need to cater to my child's anxiety. This goes into, first of all, get in your room, shut up. If you, first of all, you're wrong, you shut up. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't communicate with your kids or love on your kids, and those are the biggest things to take away from these type of stories, being present and involved in your child's life. But it's overshadowed by some type of behavior or something like that that the parent doesn't know how to identify with. And the parent could just show the fuck up. When Jenny ran in that room and said, "Show me now. Show me the things." Love that. When she dropped down to her knees to look at her child's eyes, love that. Present, available, ready to address the situation. As opposed to goddamn Best Man final chapter, they're getting high. She ain't locked up. She ain't did the things that she needed to do to make sure her children wouldn't get into them goddamn drugs, to experience what she experienced when they came in from that party. And then to go to school the next day and have to argue with some other black mother who says, "This is what you do." Even though professionally she's making major advancements in the education of that sort of thing. But it's just a show. It's just a show. Thank you guys for the shares. They ain't showing me all your shares, but I see you sharing it. I appreciate that. And thank you guys for the likes too. It's all a damn mess. And I've been sitting over here just trying to make sense, not even just trying to make sense of it, but just seeing it as it comes in. And honestly try to make the delivery more interesting, you know, or make the delivery more, I don't want to say palatable, because I'm not trying to tailor it to be understood, because at the end of the day, the images and everything right here is in front of us. We're distracted by the Kardashians, we're distracted by fucking sports, we're distracted by fucking programming, and there's serious things going on. Because now when they start doing this whole, who's going to be president, this is like, that's going to create so much more. Somebody else is going to die by the time the Grammys is February 5th. Somebody will be dead by the end of this month, the top of next month. Why do you think like that? Because that's what the fuck is going on. We came into this new year with fucking Barbara Walters dying. We came into last year with fucking Betty White dying. The Queen died the last year. Buffalo is a mess. Another tribute. Buffalo is a mess. Won this game this Sunday by a landslide or whatever. If the Bills don't make it to the Super Bowl, it's going to be next year. Over the past couple of years, they've been getting closer and closer and closer. This just might be the goddamn year. At what cost? At what cost? Cars in Buffalo, cars. They won the Super Bowl. Cars still in the street. People lost loved ones. Meanwhile, the weekend, not even the weekend after, as soon as the snow fucking cleared, driving in a travel ban, ran their asses to Cincinnati to be at the goddamn game. The man posted a picture today. It said 2/12/34. And people just be like, oh, just pray for 3. Nobody's paying attention. Nobody's paying attention. I know y'all is. Because that's what we come here for. But ain't nobody paying attention. Now come on, somebody. Come on, Cindy Monique. Cinda. Come on now. Win the Super Bowl to uplift the city, yeah. And that's all they want. I put a setup on Facebook like, so they win. What does that, they win, what does that do for you? And I'm not tied to anything. I do like fashion, but you know what fashion is? Inspirational. For me. You watch sports, half the people that sit out there and talk about the love sports, don't never touch a field, don't never touch a ball, ain't in no rehearsals, they not getting paid no checks. Sports is such a disassociative activity that the people divulge in to no benefit of themselves. Even when it was originated, it was to distract the less fortunate people from the fact that they weren't getting money, that they weren't getting food. They still didn't gain anything from that. In fact, some of them lost loved ones. At the same time, got enthralled in the activity of some craziness happening that they could witness. But then they went home. And nothing was different. I don't know how long I can sit. I don't got no choice. But how long does this go? How long? I mean, how long? How long? And people love sports, you know, when it cook your field, you have the people over, you do your things, and it's okay. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. But like I said, too, fashion inspires me and motivates me. Sitting there watching a fashion show, or primarily a fashion show, not so much like a red carpet thing, but even still, to the same point, it's not just a general or a neutral or disassociative interaction or service. When you look at a fashion show, what's the message they tell them between the goddamn clothes? Black people draped in chains or nooses around the neck. You know what I mean? It's the same thing. And if I have to recognize that in fashion, I'm definitely going to recognize that in some goddamn sports, which is heavily, hey, good evening, born Jamaican, as influenced by people, has the same influence or significance in the people that make decisions, the people where the money goes and moves around. The same thing, fashion and sports. It's the same fucking thing. Only time you get some real genuine sports action is probably high school. Maybe college. Same thing with fashion. Probably high school. More than likely before that. Maybe college. But once you get into the field, you start to get. Even it's a mess. College is rigged too. It's a mess. Even when you get into your Prince Harry and the thing, now we into something. If they'd have just stayed their ass across the pond, or Megan would have stayed her ass in Compton. I know you're not supposed to open these, but it was already open. If Harry would have stayed his ass across the pond, and Megan would have stayed her ass in Compton or in Hollywood at the very least, it wouldn't have nothing to do. It wouldn't have nothing to do with nothing. Or even if they wanted to disassociate themselves from the damn monarchy and carry on because it's a new damn day because the queen didn't die. It don't involve all of this involvement. It don't involve this involvement of a Netflix thing and these are the people that's involved in this and that. It don't take all of that. It don't take a Tyler Perry to put you up. It don't take what's his name? I don't know the Netflix man. Fucking Clarence Avon's daughter's husband to make a whole production around your adjustment to what, being normal? Now, come on now, y'all. Please tell me these things to just further my point. Y'all got the deeds. I'm here to lay the work, and we coming for a safe space, and that's just it. What I'm saying right there. People have been dying all up and through Buffalo. Now, it would take somebody like Brian McKnight, already dead. Rick James. Who else from Buffalo? Sir John. Who else from Buffalo? Beyonce's other drummer. Significant people. Because we talk about these big names that have died. But when you have the bloodshed through the city, it's the same level of sacrifice. It's the same level. Do you need a piece de resistance? It depends on what the deals was made. How the deals was made. It depends on how the deals was made. What y'all saying that's all I'm saying. I'm not grasping at no straws. And that may be hard to hear, but it's something to listen to because the evidence is right here. The evidence is right here. Did y'all know Brian McKnight was from Buffalo? I can't stand Brian. I can't stand Brian. I don't like them crying ass. But with the amount of bloodshed from the shooting, and there's been shootings, Buffalo ain't never had no shooting like this. At the same time, earlier that year, now look at that. Earlier this year, Buffalo had a school shooting too. With the details just as vague. I cannot stand that. That's my sis. The details just as vague about what happened in a school shooting. We don't know who he was, what he looked like, what his color was. We don't know who he shot, how many, when it was. But there was a school shooting. Cut to 2 months later, the man traveled 3 hours to go shoot 10 people at a damn Tops in the hood. And like I told you, I'm from Buffalo. You know how many Tops that nigga passed before he went to that Tops in the hood? If he wanted to kill niggas, you know how many niggas he could have killed on his way to that Tops? More than he killed at the damn Tops? Kylie Jenner want to leave Travis? Travis don't do nothing. He be at the studio. He be in the house. He be looking down. Girl, tell me what the tea is. Somebody make it plain for me. Can't do that corny ass interview with Angela. I can't stand Angie Martinez doing these interviews. There's nothing fruitful. There's nothing beneficial. There's nothing meaningful that comes from the interviews. I don't know why she's doing them. I don't know why she's doing them. Yeah, I do. Sound bites. Something for the people to talk about. Like from that interview, people pulling away. I want to make the note. Kim said it's hard to co-parent with Kanye West. That's not what she says in that interview at all. She says it's hard co-parenting, period, which is a difference. And like I told my friend, Kanye already laid the groundwork in the situations of the flow and the regimen that's in place over at the Kardashian camp in that Nori video and the Drink Champs interview. So Kim can't come on and say it's hard to get in contact and keep shit up with you. But they needed something because Tristan's mother was going to be dying. And somebody said in the comments on that video that I put out, you might not have seen it because I'm shadow banned, that how is Tristan going to feel? How is Tristan going to fare without that good Haitian covering? Now let me tell you, I had never seen Christian's mother because I'm not into sports. I had never seen Christian's mother until that episode of the Kardashians when she went over to Chris's house and she was and Chloe and him was supposed to tell them that they was pregnant with True. Now we're going back some time, right? I caught her accent and I caught her behavior in that house. And what you can't put past Chris is that she been in this game. Been in the game. If she interviewed Beyonce, I got the note somewhere, I'm not doing all of that right now. If she interviewed Beyonce at a young 11 years old, she been in the game a long time. Same way, I just watched a video on TikTok, fucking Steve Harvey's ass talk about how he went to a salon in Houston to get his feet done, to get his hands done. And it was Beyonce's mom's salon. And Beyonce came in there and went to do his neck. To that point, I said, this is why some people stay alive. To further a narrative or a storyline. Do you know how many niggas probably know? Beyonce looking how she looking? Solange looking how she looking? You know how many niggas know them? But Tina had a salon. You know how many bitches would know? Would have a story? We never hear it. We never hear it. You know how many stories? I done worked in many salons. I go global. People say, London, tell me all the time you work with London at a salon. Every day, somebody could come out and tell you something. Some could be lies, some could be the truth. But somebody would have a fucking story. You want to know why? Because I'm working with people. I'm working with people that recognize me in a capacity that I don't even recognize myself. You know how many people will come out from school, my school, and say, somebody came on here and talk about, well, I don't want to tell your real name. People come the fuck out. And not somebody like a fucking Steve Harvey's ass. Oh, yeah, I went to that salon and thing, and she said, no, you're going to act it. No. Let's talk to the man that took her to prom. Let's talk to the man that she said she couldn't go to prom because she had to take that guy to prom. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to Kelly's cousins because she got a daddy and she got a mama. That means she got other cousins. The moral of the story is they think we dumb. And when I watch the status of the people so involved in the fucking sports and stuff like that, to some degree, people are dumb. Emily Ratajkowski, the white bitch, had to take a white bitch. Ratajkowski, nothing personal, but fuck the NFL. Now I might be suspended. It didn't have to take some white model to say that. Everybody should be saying that. Because what did they do? Dick around with us the whole damn time, from Colin Kaepernick to Jay-Z to the Super Bowls to the halftime shows. And what they do, bring real people back in with these halftime shows. I wonder what white people say with these damn halftime shows. From fucking Diana Ross to fucking fucking Bruno Mars, 50 Cent and Snoop. There's not the white people's first choice of who they want to see at a Super Bowl when they're so heavily invested in the sports. I would love to drink this, but I'm not going to do that because that's not going to sit right with the wine that I've been drinking. But this broth was good, okay? Either way, that's just, that's just where I'm at. That's just where I'm at. I need it to make sense, and these pieces don't make sense. Pissed me clean off when I seen that video. Fucking Steve Harvey's ass. Metrosexual back then. Yeah, right. Well, I needed to get my damn nails done. I had some noodles, vermicelli, and mussels, and I had a little pho juice, not pho, it's pho, PHO, and things like that, little kung pao and things like that. But Steve Harvey said he was in Houston, needed to get his nails done. There was a place underneath it and then the salon on top. I think he was saying that he went to the place underneath it and then ended up going to the salon on top, and Beyonce just so happened to be in there because that was the salon Tina Knowles owned. And then Tina told her, "You're not going to do no nails. You need to go over there and practice what you need to practice." And that's his story. This is my first time hearing that. I'd have known Steve, I'd have known Beyonce 40 years. Okay? I ain't never heard that goddamn story. And who could testify to that? It take one motherfucker to. Let me tell you, I work at a salon, a barbershop salon that the bills will come to. Deb and Darius and the barbers will come. They would cut the bills' hairs. Which ones, I'm not sure because I don't know sports. Jim somebody, Tim whoever. I don't know. But let me tell you something. If they were to, those people that came to the barbershop, if they were to be in some mess, if there were a moment, if there were an opportunity to express your time and recognition in that situation, the very niggas that will come to that shop on those Sundays every 2 or 3 weeks, or especially when they were in town, knowing that they would be in there, they would be the ones to have a story. And when you put it on when you have a platform like this will be the perfect place to address that story. Because when I went there, he did a thing. Now, granted, they came in there and got their hair done. They didn't do nothing special. It wasn't like no fights. They wasn't getting their dick sucked in the bathroom. They would come in there and get their hair cut. They paid nicely. And they would leave. That was it. But if there was something to it, if we talk about the difference between a sports person, let me tell you this: somebody who went to Tina's damn salon and Beyonce was rolling up in through there, and then what he said was 2 weeks later, Matthew brought Destiny's Child into some bullshit story. Girls will be talking because first of all, Tina opened up that shop all the time. Maybe, I don't know. Girls would be talking about they would reference, even if they was lies, they would reference the times that they was in them damn shops and Tina was there and Beyonce was there and then Matthew rolled up in there with an argument and Beyonce did the thing, and we never see those stories. Never do. Never do. Now I'm talking firsthand. Like I said, I've worked in salons. And y'all have been to salons. Let somebody's baby father's baby mother brother come up in there with his sister to fight the girl getting her hair done or the beautician herself. It's a story. You never let that go. You say it because it was an interesting time. Now let you find out that type of person is the mayor's daughter, the damn the fucking open mic night best-selling singer. That's gonna be a story you tell Everyone. Let you had gone to school with the baby brother's brother and his sister, the people would know. But that's not what we have. They give us what they want us to know. To work with what they need us to work with and have what they want us to have. And I know that don't sound silly because it feels right to even fucking say it. And I'm not even just talking about Beyonce. I'm talking about any famous person. I put that video out without Chrissy. The people still watch that fucking video like it's, I don't know. That video is no different than any fucking video that I put out. People love that fucking Chrissy video. Niggas love it. Probably my number one video with guys. A lot of the guys commented on the video, Jay didn't run with Alpo. Jay didn't run with Alpo. Please tell me how you know that. If that's how you so passionately feel that Jay didn't run with Alpo Martinez, please tell me how you know that. From the song, from now you're doing history and now you're putting numbers together. And to those points, can you use your ability to reference history and put numbers together for these other things that are going on in the fucking world? That Beyonce was 14 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like things like that. But that goes back into people saying Beyonce is younger than she is or older than she is, but whatever. But even still, she was younger and he was older. So if the numbers work then, why don't they work now? Jay-Z didn't run with Oprah. Jay-Z. Shut the fuck up. You don't know nothing. You just can't think somebody like Jay-Z. Cut to Orlando. My whole thing with Orlando Brown saying Brittany Griner is Jay-Z and Jay-Z is Brittany Griner is like, why do we need to imprison Jay-Z? Is there things that he need to account for? I don't know. Is he somebody that we could just put in jail because it might send the world in an uproar? Absolutely. Is there a spiritual shift in things? Now, if you watch, now some of y'all did watch Game of Thrones, and the girl who is no one, and I am just the man, and I'm a man of no one, and I'm just... Should be real out here besides what you deal with in your everyday life with your family, your friends, and your kids. They need us to make the world go round while they're out here orchestrating how and dictating how the world goes around. Ain't no reason Britney Spears shouldn't have been in a Christmas picture with her family. Or even had a message referring to that. Even so much so in the fact that Hollywood is crumbling. The world is crumbling, but Hollywood is definitely on the verge of a crumble. Even on the simple fact that people are saying what they're saying about her. Oh, she's with the family, and this was happening. Coupled with the kids are taking recorded pictures on behalf of Kevin. This is what besides me shaking my dumb ass, flat ass at some club in fucking Mexico maybe, and my disconnected extensions because my hair is broken off at the top, so nothing's blending. This is a message I sent to Kevin to make sure I could see my kids and things like that, and this is what he said in response. That's how you get. Kanye sends a lot of dumb messages, like I said too. I believe a lot of things. The same thing with Orlando Bloom. I believe a lot of things that Kanye says because he's a part of the industry. But some things are fuck shit because he's still a part of the industry. Because Kanye, all the messages you send, you didn't send no message to Chris or Kim to say, I would like to see the kids, and then you showed they responded back or didn't respond back, and then you put that message out to show us what the fuck happened. Why y'all didn't do that? Now we talk about the holidays here. And people are calling into question your ability to parent. If you're not with your kids on the holidays, what's the issue? Brittany, you down in New Mexico, and Kanye was at fucking Complex Con. Meanwhile, North's out here dressing up like you and using Kim and some other kid to look like Kim in the thing. Coupled with Tristan's mother dying, and the this, and the this, and the this. Not to mention Blue Ivy's mother. Blue Ivy turned 11 this year. Hey, Rich Lux. Now we into the numbers. I'll tell you, Blue is in charge of the girls. Blue's in charge of the things. Her and fucking Apple in charge. So the groundwork that's been laid, very much so, the Avants might very well got enough weight and skin in the game to make a decision, even if they ain't married. Besides, somebody throw some fucking leather and some wrapped around some cotton or some air over a fucking invisible line on a green field of fake grass. Because these are the things. That's what I told you guys about, the bees and the beehive. And I ain't talking about Beyonce fans. I'm talking about the beehive being the cluster and the source of information and action, in which the beehives, the sources of distraction and annoyance, derive from to keep you distracted from what's going on up in that beehive. This is why I get frustrated too, and the content don't come, because it's like, I've got the bees. And then two, with my own personal thing of just understanding what I have, I've got the bees. I need the fucking beehive. That's the only way that people will understand. Rob gonna be gone by the end of the. Rob gonna be gone in the next 3 months. With the numbers, with the information that I have, and the situation of things. Now, listen, like I said, I don't know. I don't know nothing. I'm not nobody. Well, that's the thing. Rob, the thing with Rob is that foreign outlets are reporting Rob's overdose, and for me, overdose means dead. You can overdose and still, get your Narcan shot or whatever. You get resuscitated, you come back to life. Okay. Either way, overdose means dead. So at some point, he was dead, non-responsive, right? That is what the foreign outlets are saying. No media, no American outlets want to say that. Jason Lee was the first and only American outlet to address the Queen fucking dying. And I feel like she was dead then, because why else would you even come up with that and put that out there like that? 9 months later, the bitch was dead. We ain't seen Rob since May of 2022. Ain't seen him. But they peppering in, and that's what I'm saying in the video, they're peppering in, he was at the birthday, and they've voiced over this thing, and him talking about these Mork and Marty, whatever shirts and things like that, and his business partners and things like that. He was supposedly at some gathering with, I don't even know these guys, younger guys. Like 22, 23, younger guys dancing and karaokeing with them, shared by somebody who's a part of Britney Spears' team. No, Rob shared it from him. If Rob was there, why do I need to share my video? Why do I need to share a video from somebody else who wasn't even there? What the fuck is that about? Also, too, why would they make that mistake? So what exactly is going on? And I also feel like, why is Rob even with True? Okay, so you want your kids, you want, I don't know, what's the daughter's name? You want your daughter to be with her family and things like that. Do you know how many men, from Keith Sweat to, Keith Sweat, the best one, how many men put out these things? You can have my kids all you want, but you will not put them on camera. Jeff Lewis, his damn dream, his damn son, his damn ex that he has Monroe with, goes through Instagram reporting pictures and getting the law involved so that Jeff don't show pictures of that daughter. Because if Rob is reclusive, I would think he want everything to be reclusive. Because if you show my daughter, people are going to wonder where I'm at. You never see China. China don't make no mentions about nothing. That's because China got paid the fuck off. And when I had the video about Chris don't deal with no extra mothers, and somebody said, well, Tokyo Tony, if you can help further the dysfunctional narrative that my son is in so that we can lay the groundwork for whatever we're going to have him do, be strung out, passed out in a bed somewhere, or dead in the elevator or something like that, then that's what we need the people for. But make no mistake, Tokyo Tony got her fucking dollars, and she has her fucking memos, and she knows what to say, and she knows when not to say anything. Make no mistake too, Tokyo Tony ain't new to none of this industry stuff. And I think that's why she's even a part of it. Like Black China's a part of this situation or this equation because of Tokyo Tony. Wendy know Tokyo, Chris know Tokyo. She been around. No new players here. No new friends. So all the same damn thing. Probably the most control over a type of gathering, which I've thought from the beginning, because what the fuck do Rob look like with fucking Black China after dealing with the type of girls that he fucking dealt with, Rita Ora and fucking Adrienne Bailon? What the fuck do he even look like with her? The most control she's had over a coupling, period. And what I would like to mention, and what I would not mention, but what I would love to figure out is, in the spirit of every single one of theirs first child being female, and then Kendall being dominant female, but then you go to Courtney, her first child is Mason. Second child, Penelope. I don't know if that means anything. I don't know if that has any significance in nothing. But that's a pretty, for me. And when we talk about the demise of the Kardashian, it would take something on the inside. Rob, yes. Who the fuck would be next? Because what the people don't understand too about that's just in the history, and that's what they want us to know, and the things like that. But there's no denying the name Kardashian and the significance of the name Kardashian and witchcraft in Armenia. Coupled with Chris and her history, wherever because they never saw it, we don't know nothing about Chris's dad. So whatever that connection is, for her to sit in responsibility of such a prominent family, the most prominent family. We got the Jacksons, you got the Hiltons, you got the Rockefellers, you got the Kardashians. We love the Knowleses, but they don't sit up there. I don't know nobody who even is like Beyonce in them. Nobody. And you just don't get up and sit up at that table like that and have that recognition and that prominence because you're simply entertainingly boring and untalented. So when the numbers work over there, we have to figure out what the numbers is over here. Like I said, Scott mother dead, Travis mother dead, Travis Barker's mother paralyzed. She ain't got nothing to say. They just want to, she happy with the fucking checks keep rolling. She don't have nothing to say. Nothing to fucking say. Corey's mother probably fucking dead. Kanye's mother dead. Lamar's mother dead. How many men y'all dated and their mothers was dead? And I got a video on the church too. They get to paying tithes to themselves. And that's what they were doing then. Who knows what they're doing now? Cut to what I'm saying about Brittany. And I'm going to just do the video. I'm getting on, listen, you have to follow me on YouTube. I'm not trying to push my followers because I'll probably find the followers on YouTube too. But you're not, follow the family, you know? But can't do it over here. I'm trying to get everything, like my lives and stuff like this will be on YouTube and things like that. And just to flesh out, to have a conversation with these videos and flesh everything out, because people are, regardless of the fact that it's industry, the thing about the industry is that when somebody has a bad name in the industry, you typically don't use that person. If that real estate agent doesn't have a good in on good properties or wants to take too much out of commission, you typically don't deal with that person. If that lawyer is not winning cases and doing so much flexing and things like that, and you don't know where the money's coming from, you typically don't work with that person. If that business manager doesn't handle business properly, you typically don't work with that person. And when you talk with the Kardashians, those are the people they fucking deal with. They deal with the people that people typically don't deal with. From the pastor of that church to the business manager of their buildings. Tell me why. Tell me why. Besides the fact they look so sickening, because they look, I'm the first to tell you how sickening they look, because they do. You want to know why? The same reason why everything was so beautiful in the fucking Black Best Man last chapter, and that everybody's life was a mess. But they look stunning. Beautiful settings, beautiful homes, beautiful lighting on their beautiful black skin. Beautiful people. That man down at the damn co-op or the damn farmer's market that Sanaa Lathan want to talk to, fine. Might even get you distracted or understand that she was like, oh, well, he's fine. Why wouldn't she cheat on him? You know what I'm saying? Throw that a little wrench in there. But distract you from the real issue that she should have never even went down there when she should have never married that man, Tay Diggs, because she knew she was playing second fiddle. That's the realer conversation. Other than, you get a man fine, yeah, go on and leave him, girl. He never even came back into the picture. Neither did the fine man Nia Long was talking to. The damn ayahuasca guy. Fine. But she was going through so much other shit. But it was a distraction. So the Kardashians, yeah, they're going to be cold at the holidays. And then they're going to pepper this news out into the ether. And people are going to absorb it. And even if people don't absorb it, the media puts it in place to be a blocker. Because at the end of the day, there's more things going on. There are so many other things going on in the world that they could really shine a light on and address to make really some type of significant difference across the board. But no, it's like, oh yeah, Travis and Kylie split the fuck up. Yeah, Chloe can't stand that fucking man because he continues to fucking cheat on her. But she buys the jet to bring them to Toronto, where the paparazzi is sitting to make sure so they could go see his mother, who died suddenly from a heart attack. Like the past two football players that have gone through a certain sort of thing. Who was never together? Kim hair back black, there's a bunch of bullshit going on. And Courtney want to expand the family. Rain got to be 10. Travis and Kylie never together. I don't know about all that. Travis and Kylie never together. Travis and Kylie never together. It goes into this scenario for me. I was talking to my straight friend. I might have him on here one time for you guys if you're ready. And we were talking about Joe Budden. And I was saying how Joe Budden, just as saucy and extra, and it's not even I don't care about him being gay, bisexual, whatever he is, whatever they want to call him. I don't care about anything about that. But it's the situations where he finds himself in, whether it's his clapback abilities or referencing, like let's say what he did with Vivica Fox, or when he addresses a situation like with the J Boog or Lil Fizz thing, I would break that boy, that sort of thing. Those sorts of things just put him in a place that people expect a gay person to thing. Those sorts of things just put him in a place that people expect a gay person to. Okay. You stuck in my ear? Screen for, are we here? Are we here? So that's the thing with the fucking with not that thing. I'm still going. That's what, he does these these behaviors because now he's bisexual and now he feel like he can act this way and people kind of subscribe to that character. And then what my straight friend was saying is that Joe is just a jokester and he's probably not even gay. And I said, that sounds so stupid considering these are the things that he said. And what my friend said to me was, are you offended that he does these things and he's not gay? I said, I am not offended that he does these things, but it's disrespectful to the straight men that found solace in the fact that somebody like Joe Budden is bisexual and is out with it, or the fact that people live these bisexual lives, or that this is an honest and true lifestyle that people live, and he's making a mockery of it. That is what pisses me off. Because people subscribe to Joe. Because what I said to him too before he said that was that Joe, I feel like Joe is bisexual. Everybody bisexual. But if Joe's bisexual, because he has that type of fan base and the ability to be brash or always saucy, whatever the case may be, that sort of thing, they give him the okay to say, okay, yeah, go on and be public if you want to, because that's only going to further the numbers and the interest. That's where I'm at. That's that with Joe Budden. Back to the point of Kylie and fucking Travis. Travis and Kylie not really together. I only don't immediately follow that. Like I said, because I like Kylie. I don't know if I'm biased. I don't know. But I'm learning and I'm growing and I'm seeing and I'm doing. But they spend a lot of time together. But if you are controlled by somebody, you know where to go and what to do. But in comparison to the point that I made about Joe Biden, if Kylie is selling products and needs to cross barriers and cross markets and things like that, dealing with somebody like fucking Travis Barker, like Kim and Kanye West, is going to help do that. She might not even like black men. She might not even like men at all. Because when you got four, somebody likes the same. Okay? And that's Kendall for sure. But you see what I'm saying. And to that point, like I said too, about if Joe Budden is out here doing these things to assimilate gay culture and not living living the lifestyle just for clicks and views, that's a problem. Because now what? We're being used for clicks and views. That's a problem. Like I said about the Angie Martinez interviews, there's nothing. First of all, she talk over the people. She don't even let the people fucking talk. She uses them as some type of personal therapy classes and things like that. But yet there's no insightful, encouraging, motivation, and uplifting or any type of information that you get from Angie Martinez interview. But what do the people click on? They click on it because she sat down with Kim Kardashian. They click on it because she sat down with fucking Kelly Rowland and Ashanti and the thing. The people that like that, it ain't like she got a million fucking, whatever the case may be, but that sort of thing. You're not talking to people to get nothing. What the fuck you talking to? What are we about to learn from Kim? The same thing with fucking we learned in the past fucking season. Talk to Michelle Obama. She pushing a damn book. Kelly was pushing a show. Come to find out, I didn't know what her and Marcy Martin was doing. pushing a show. Ashanti trying to move and maneuver, whatever the fuck Ashanti's doing. I don't see it for Ashanti. Ashanti need to sit the fuck down somewhere too, because girl, what and why? Clicks and views. And that is where we at in the world. Clicks and fucking views. And then you put Orlando Brown and Jaguar, people eating this Jaguar Wright shit up. Put Orlando Brown and Jaguar Wright and Corey Holcomb and Clarence or Charleston White and things like that on these platforms, and people click and view. These people is rich. The people that they getting clicked are rich. And then you find out in consuming that some soundbite that really don't go no further than the people that are capable to even understand the type of thing. At the same time, because it's so overly saturated in the fact that they're just looking for a piece of entertainment, certain things they say get over fucking looked. Like when Orlando Brown said Bow Wow Gaga Bust. Or when he got on the show and said Lady Gaga, his daughter was molested. He somebody who's high up in a female who's high up in a leader of that sort of thing did that to my daughter. Is overlooked by how dramatic and obnoxious and retarded he was acting in the interview. That should be everywhere. Lady Gaga's all over our fucking screens. And if it's not true, it shouldn't have been aired. And two, he shouldn't have even been in that position to do that or say that. But people want clicks and views. But my problem with that is that how they bleeped out her name in that interview. So again, something that's overlooked. When probably holds a lot more relevance than what people give it. Because we can knock down bing, 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 bing to people. And then what are you left with? You're left with your cousins, your brothers, your nieces, and the pastors that you love. And some people are bored by that. But that's all you need. We can knock all of these people, bing, 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 and then it takes people like Jaguar Wright. It might take somebody like Orlando Brown to tell you the people that could be knocked out the fucking situation. People immediately want to say the Kardashians because the Kardashians are prevalent and relevant, stylish, trend-setting, regardless of Kanye West or anything. They hold that place, and people immediately hate the things that you see. Your cousins, your brothers, your uncles, your pastors. When they're, besides the fact that there needs to be the furthering of, you know what I'm saying, when there's a processional, the queen doesn't fall in the front of the processional. You know what I mean? There's this and this and that, or even when there's a funeral procession, the casket doesn't lead. Does the casket go first? There's a couple cars or something in front of the casket. Okay? That sort of thing. I feel like the queen processional is a better reference. There's things that come before the car of the queen or the pope and things like that. That's not the first fucking car that goes out there. And those things get you ready for the visual of, or the moment that. So let me tell you this. If ain't nobody talking like me, and that's the Touch K, not Touch K, but like the Jaguar Wright and stuff like that. My thing is with Jaguar Wright, who I think is more credible, just because she's been in the game longer. I'm just weary about things, because like I said, people have been killed for less. I'm getting out of here at 9. People have been killed for less. And it's kind of confusing that she can get on here and say the things that she said, like I said to you guys before. Not just her specific experience. Like when you talk to Kanye, Kanye's like, my experience was this. I was here and then I did this for these people. I did this for these people and I met these people. And these people didn't look here and then I did this with these people and these people did this. It's all his experience. Jaguar was like, well, you know, the thing with Aaliyah and then the thing with Diddy and the thing with this person and the thing with Erykah Badu and the thing with this. You know what I mean? And the fact that she can get in these platforms and people bring her on here to say those things, what type of coverage or how, like Kanye West did at the same time, how involved are you? Because right now we're in the age of information, and if kids, if you sit on the internet long enough, and if kids who feel like just because they watching shit like Jenny and George and feel like they're grown and can do things, if they get to calling people and calling things, they might be able to connect the dot. So you have to lay the groundwork for something to come out. You know what I'm saying? To the groundwork to justify anything that might come out. These whole email messages coming out about these email messages coming out about Kim Porter. Kim Porter been dead 3-4 years. Tell me the timing and the significance of the timing that these emails is coming out trying to address the things that probably we all fucking knew or already fucking felt. At the same time, Diddy got a baby. The mother probably Kim. And a surrogate. Because even out here frolicking with fucking Carisha. Like, where does that make sense? But people don't think of people. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Tell me how that makes sense. Especially to the extent at which Carisha, because I know exactly what's going on, but the extent at which Carisha and Diddy go to push this idea. You don't need to sit on his lap. Y'all could just go to the functions together. You don't need to hold him by his head or exchange very extravagant gifts. Y'all could just be at the crib chilling. But people love that dumb shit. And then when he comes out with a baby that's 3 months the fuck old, people are like, oh my God, Diddy, congratulations. Love a baby. Keke Palmer. Love a baby, make it better. Natasha, ain't not one body sued her. You can't sue nobody on the truth. Good evening, sir. You can't sue nobody on the truth. And that's what I'm saying too. Because she out here, maybe she can back some things up. Somebody's allowing her to say these things. To what degree, for what reason, what cause? We might never know. Jaguar, right. This is the blandest bucket of fruit I ever had. But, I mean, that's just, like I said, it's the age of information. Put out, and the more you put it out, that's less somebody's going to go and research anything. My thinking, that's like, well, this day's the matchup with these days, and this is the thing, and this, and this. Now I'm looking up something. And then somebody wants to threaten me in the comments. But no, people are not going to go search that. They eat no, ooh, I can't, but ooh, yeah, I sound like I did. And they scroll on to the next thing. Another Jaguar Wright video. Ooh, I felt the same way. Scroll on to the next thing. Never mind the timing. Or really the players that are involved in the stories that she's telling. And a fucking scarf she wears around her neck. And now, it seemed to be always Diddy is the one. Diddy had her show interrupted. Diddy did all these things for Wendy Williams. Of all the people that rolled up on Wendy Williams, Diddy was the one to infiltrate and try to get her to fire and things. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. But he don't change. He don't change anything. Which takes me to, I don't know, what's his name? Andrew Tate. Or even Jen Shaw. Honey Combs. Andrew Tate, Jen Shaw. Who else knew they had some shit with them and still decided to jump in front of a damn screen and make a big deal about things. That sort of thing. Jen Shaw didn't have no business getting on a public platform when she knew her shit was about to hit the fan severely. Andrew Tate don't got no business acting so cocky on this social media here and knowing he got that type of shit behind him. You know what I mean? Like, what is that pushes the people to even think that they can even, like I said, in the age of information, get out here and think that they're just gonna bypass? Like, what level of cockiness is that? Diddy feel like he got everybody in the pocket. You got a problem with Diddy work it out with you, you might be fine for the situation. And at the end of the day, he might put somebody over you. Narcissism. Diddy might put somebody over you so that you really don't have no way to move, shake, or even come, maneuver out of that situation. Now you stuck. You can either be stuck where you at or stuck in the dirt. And people prefer to be stuck where they at. Question: how did Diddy even get to where he is? Hey, perfect, imperfect Virgo, welcome. How did Diddy even get to where he is? Question: who did he have to step on? Because Diddy ain't that old to be so long in the tooth. Who did he have to step on? Where's Suge Knight? Prison. Did he be out here moving and shaking and dipping and doing? Who's his connections to the Kardashians? Khloe. Why? Because she's down and she ain't tied to nobody. French Montana at the time. We just said French Montana out here getting beat up by fucking Young Jock and $5,000 from Deb Antony. He ain't so uberly talented. Ain't nobody out here that can. French Montana ain't out here doing something can't nobody else do. Let me tell you. Give me the verse. And why would anybody want to be with Diddy when don't nobody make it past Diddy? Now, Corey is common denominator. That's a fact. But I feel like it was Khloe and French first, and then Corey came after that. I could be wrong. I have to look that up. But yeah, girl, give me the verse. I'll do the same thing he doing. In the Miami t-shirt, I do the same fucking thing. But that's the thing. That's the credit. That's the power in keeping your mouth shut and going along. When Diddy calling the people into the room with his shirt off and his pants down and want to know if he looks sexy and things like that, and don't nobody go out and tell nobody those things, those are the things that you invited into the next function. Speaking of which, in the essence of reaction, I was just watching that, thanks to TikTok. Let me tell you, that, Wendy Williams, bookmark that. What I was watching a TikTok clip of, and I've seen this clip 1,000 times. The VMAs, Mary J. Blige, Diana Ross, Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim had the blue, aqua, whatever outfit on with her titty out, and Diana Ross juggled it, Mary J. Blige was so unbothered, so disconnected, so unaffected by that sort of thing, which I remember when I saw that in real time, I was quite surprised. So, in an event that people thought was so off guard was either one rehearsed or Mary Diana liked to get a little handsy. Mary wouldn't have did it for her, but she knew Kim would be down. cut to Mary involved in all these things. Mary's involved in every fucking thing. At Diddy's party with having shots with Jay-Z. And Mary ain't putting out no goddamn music. People bumping up over the airways. People gonna play one Mariah Carey song before they play a Mary J. Blige song. I'm just trying to find the significance and why they keep pushing the people. Like I said though, these are the people that tell a story. Mary J. Blige gonna have us a story out of nowhere. After all these stories and tales in my life and things, she done said some story about Diddy or them or whatever, or something about Aaliyah, because it seemed like they're trying to, what they said, something about opening up Aaliyah's case again. Child, if y'all haven't opened up, my brother is 21 years old. Never forget the day my grandmother told us that Aaliyah had died. He was getting ready for his damn baptisma. Okay? Came downstairs ready. I was ironing my clothes. She was like, y'all know some brown-skinned singer died in a plane? Me and my sister stopped dead in our tracks. We was like, Aaliyah? And never forget that. It's been 21 years. If they'd or is that a coincidence at the same time now with some new girl of all this surviving R. Kelly news? This new girl coming out talk about she got pushed down the stairs when she found R. Kelly and Aaliyah's sex tape. The one girl she says she saw Aaliyah in the house. Yes. That girl seemed like she was very well taken care of. Didn't have so much angst with her. She was just there to tell a story. But now this new girl who's seen a sex tape got pushed down the stairs. Meanwhile, R. Kelly dropping albums and having kids. Is that all a coincidence? Somebody please just tell me if I'm missing it. Or reading too much into it. A bunch of lies. Like I told y'all, my hope and my prayer is that my prayer is that Brittany, Kanye, and Wendy Williams make it to Easter. Now, last time I called out 3 names, they all died within the year. They was all white women indeed. And I don't have that much power. But honey, I just want to make it to Easter. Because the beginning of the year is a hot time. People die. Good people die in the beginning of the year. And good people die in the middle. Valentine's Day. And like I said, I just want to give them at least February. They probably won't make it to the end of February. And who knows when the hell Easter is? March, April, August, who knows? But that's just what I'm saying. But yes, Valentine's Day, very much so. Considering the Super Bowl is the 21st, which is late in the month. I always consider the Super Bowl in my recollection is always before Valentine's Day. August. Is it the 12th? I'll say the 21st. I was like, I know it ain't before. It's always before Valentine's Day. So yeah. So we'll see. The Super Bowl is the first Sunday in February. Yeah. So we'll see. Somebody goes. Well, a couple of lives ago, we had spent some time overlooking the people who had died and their months and things of significance. But as the months go on, y'all know these things is more recognizable and recognizable and more recognizable. What's the guy's name? He was a nutty professor and stuff like that. He died. It's just people just going in that, you know. To that, I just say, yeah, the Grammys is on the 5th. That's my dad's birthday. And I don't know. But yeah, Grammys is on the 5th. That hurt my heart. You know, the truth hurts though. He breaks me down, he builds me up, he fills my cup. I like it rough. But that's the thing about it, and that's just what it is. And everything gets to getting parlayed and partied in front of us, and we overlook the thing. Like I said too, you know, it might be too late to do much of anything, but it's never too late to stop. It's never too late to start. Because what you might stop doing, you could start, when you stop doing something, you could start doing something else. Well, now that you like cancer, oh my God. When you stop doing something, you could start doing something else. And when you start doing something else, that means you might have to stop something at the same time. So there's that little message in there. And I say that kind of in the spirit of, thank you, first of all, thank you guys for the likes. Candace almost like, well, she doesn't believe in global warming. Not climate control, she said global warming, I think. And it's like, you know, there's nothing we could do now. I missed you guys too. There's nothing we can do now that's gonna stop the effects that are already emotional. Like what's emotion would have to see itself through, you know? So to make a big deal about, care for the environment, we're already too far gone in that conversation and our ability to affect any type of adverse or alternate outcome from what we've already done over the past century, over the past millennia, you know? So again, too, that's kind of a distraction because it's a shortage of food and things like that. So what the fuck does my trash can on the side of the road y'all just started giving us paper bags? Like that should have been a thing. Oh, I don't know why that wouldn't happen. I appreciate that. I'm here, I tell you, just figuring things out, making it work, stressing, but figuring it out. But I'm yet here. But it's, you know, those sorts of things. Sometimes it's just too far. But can you recognize it? It would be easier to die blind. But I don't know if I want to. You know? I don't know if I want to. You know? Go down fighting. Like if I was born in the 60s, anytime in the 1800s, I would definitely have gone out without a fight. There definitely wouldn't have been no easy London behavior. Y'all know it ain't no easy London behavior right now. So imagine what it would have been like back then. Shout out to you guys again for the likes. But you know, it's a different time now. And in fact, like I said, it's the age of information, and you can receive information. You receive all sorts of information, and at some point, maybe some information that's not like what you received before. Just a little sugar. Actually, it's better than what it was yesterday, and that maybe, you know, it kind of juiced up, but it was bland as hell yesterday. It's got a little something on it right now, but sparking the thought, you know. Let me stop. I'll eat this whole thing. You gotta talk to people that, you know, spark a little thought, encourage a little, you know what I'm saying, a little thinking, something. You got to. Whoever that is, that's in a friend, that's in a podcast, that's in your grandmother. You just have to do that. And that's what they just bank on people. And that's what I'm saying too about too late to change. That's the thing about it. You may do everything. You don't litter. You might recycle. You eat clean enough. You know what I'm saying? You do everything you need to do. But there's so many elements around your conscious decisions that your conscious decision don't even equal out. It completely falls negative. You know? But that's why it's important to share news, spread the information, try to get people enlightened. You don't want to change anybody's mind, or if you can, you can only do what you can. And sometimes everything you're saying, I don't want to say that everything you ain't saying ain't true. So when you get to talking, you have to be able to back something up. Like I've said today, everything I've said today all came back around and touched on everything that has come out of my mouth today. And that means, but how much? Now we're at the point where how much coincidence do we experience before now we're dealing with a certain type of situation? How do we affect that? I don't know. But what I can do is not do this and then do this. And that's where the power is, of not doing something, taking the energy and the time out of something that you've always done, and using that energy and time and putting it into something that will be more meaningful in the long run. And that is where I'm kind of conflicted with that too. And the growth of me is that, yes, the communication is great and providing this element of insight, but how do I put something into plan? How do I put my actions into something tangible to affect the people? You know what I mean? Besides just my words, and not memes, or not even the TikTok or YouTube pages. Not even those things. Something immediately tangible, and I'm not trying to sell products or anything like that, but something like that. What is that? I don't know. I can sit up here and talk with my sources and my references and my details and things like that. But like I said too about like I've said about the people of Buffalo, so concerned about the sports and things like that, or when there's a snowstorm and you can't get out and the first thing you think about is getting a pizza. What do I put into action to get people focused on the things that matter? That's kind of where I'm at. Like, what is my work besides me talking? So those sorts of things are what will be on my mind. And when you don't see me, those are the things I think about unyieldingly. So there's that. That's me. That's this. We had a little fruit. We had a little chat. I am in the process of converting. What matters most to me information and understanding. Being able to reveal, receive, and process in a way that helps friends, your kid, your auntie, you know what I'm saying? Things like that. That is what means a lot to me. And that's work I need to do too, and that's a personal thing or whatever, like supremely personal. But putting that work into motion and not spending so much time distracted or even emotionally affected by the things that might happen. You know what I mean? I am a bit of an investigative journalist, and that is of all the things I think I can be, of all the things I would love to do, I just, right now I just got to get up out the bed. And I guess the kind of purpose, but that's, I'm getting out of here in 4 minutes. Those are the things that are important to me, connecting, being open, and being understood. And with those things, you can do a lot. Because if you connect, you see where the person. If you connect and are open, then you see what. If you connect and are open and you understand, then you can see where somebody is. You can see what somebody needs. And you can see what you can see what you can do, or you can see where somebody else that can do something to help maintain, encourage, inspire, motivate. Those sorts of things. Really, yeah, that is kind of, as I sat and thought about that, I am passionate about that. Investigative journalism. The thing about investigative journalism, let me tell you this, is the same thing. It's about understanding why the situation, what the situation, saying things like that, the what, the where's, the how's, the whys. My questions when I go into looking into a vintage tea series or something like that, or a topic. And it's very much those same principles. And because I'm passionate about things like that, I think that's why investigative journalism could be a great fit for me, career-wise. So, yes. I appreciate you saying that. I appreciate your question. Well, again, I'm preaching to the choir. I'm not doing nothing so spectacular that makes me any better than anybody listening, looking, or interested in whatever I'm doing. I'm either reading or writing or thinking and doing. I'm either reading or writing or thinking and saying. And I feel like if you're doing the same things I'm doing, you could do the same things too. And the thing about it is everybody comes in with their own. Everybody comes in from their own angle and they have their own perspective and they might see something different, which I appreciate, which is always one of my favorite things about coming here on the collective, getting here with the gang, and sharing our opinions and our thoughts and our ideas on the situation, our topic, across the board. Sometimes I wish we would do funnier things, but it's funny. It's funny in spurts. I have my own comedy about me, but I get on here and I get right to it, and it's not always, not as light. I don't think it's so deep, but it's not always as light, I guess. But that can only be me, especially considering the things that we discuss. That can only be me in the delivery. But I appreciate and love you guys for being here. It is Sunday evening, right? Sunday night football. You have the rest of the week before you. You take the week and you grab it by the balls and make it your own. You think big and you be bigger. And don't let anybody tell you different, okay? So until next time, my loves, I'll see you later this week. Sooner rather than later. I'll see you later this week. Sooner rather than later.